Hi there, this is Sherry Roth with StampTreasures.com, and today I thought I'd film an update on my Love Today planner kit from Stampin' Up. So I've been using this planner since the month of May, and it is now going towards the end of October, and so the way I've been using it has kind of changed a little bit. So I have filmed a couple other videos regarding this planner, so I will link those in the description below. But I wanted to share kind of what I've been doing for the last couple months. So first of all, we're here, this back page. So this is the last page of August, and I used it as kind of a tracker page. So I had challenged myself for the month of August to complete 15 scrapbook layouts over the course of the month. So what I did was I used the cute little elephant that's in the tabs for everything stamp set, and I stamped him 15 times, and then as I completed a layout I would stamp the solid elephant inside so that I could keep track of what I had accomplished. So I didn't quite make it to 15, but I got 12 layouts done, which is probably significantly more than I would have completed if I had not given myself the challenge. Okay, and then for the month of September, this was the first month that I actually decided to change up the divider. I just love that there are no creative restrictions with this planner. You can really do whatever you want. So you can personalize it however you want. You can take things out, you can add things in. I love that it's a ring album. You can see that I've only got the month of August through to December stored in here, and I'll share in a little bit how I'm storing the rest of my pages, because I love to add so much stuff into my planner. It gets really bulky, so I need some place to store the other pieces, or the leftover, the other months, sorry. So here, what I did was, well, what I started to doing in August was I would pick a collection or a suite of products, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so most of the products are Stampin' Up! So for August, I chose the Coffee Cafe suite, and for the month of September, I chose the Painted Autumn suite, or Painted Harvest suite, from the current holiday catalog. So I took out the September index, and I traced around it on the DSP, cut it out. I added some washi tape to reinforce it a little bit. I stamped some of the sunflowers from the coordinating stamp set and fussy cut them. And then I created an envelope and added some more washi tape on this side. So the envelope, over the course of the month, it kind of held all these extra little pieces that I had fussy cut from the DSP. And I should probably cover that up. So you can see that the dashboard here I use for a few different things. So here I had the goal of earning the Alaska incentive trip, so it was kind of the last month, so this is my final push to earn it. I keep track of birthdays and anniversaries here, and then here I've got a quote, and I've covered over, this was, on occasion I'll cover over with DSP if I don't want so much of the blue showing, and then I did some fussy cutting from the DSP and decorated some of the pages that way. Now I love, love, love this sunflower DSP, and I was not letting any of those sunflowers go to waste. So even the ones that are around the edges that were partial, I cut those out and included them throughout the month. And then you can see that I've stamped some as well. And then, so this is pretty blank because the month started on the 1st, and I'll show you kind of what I've done on some other months for that as well, just to cover this page. And I may go back and do something there, but for now I'll leave it as is. So you can see I use a combination of alphabet stickers, alphabet stamps, pictures, patterned paper. I use a little bit of everything in here. I do some lettering. So I'll just do a quick flip through so you can kind of see. Here I made a planner clip using that DSP. I always like to do something to mark my pages as we go through the month, and I didn't use this for anything that month. And then for the month of October, because we've got Halloween, I used the Spooky Night suite. So here I've got some, because we're currently in that month, I've got some extra pumpkins that I had fussy cut and a cat. This is cut out of the DSP. I've got a picture of my kids and then a piece of the DSP there. I always have Post-it notes in the front because I never just jot something down in my, well, I shouldn't say never. I rarely just jot something down in the planner. unless it happens that day and I have my planner handy. If it's something in the future, I will just jot it on a Post-it note, and then when I have time to go in and write it in my Post-it note. So if it's something funny my kids say that I want to reference at a later date or add to my planner at a later date, then I'll just jot it down on the Post-it note. Here, this was the first time that I actually really changed up the dashboard. So I just got really creative. So I've got a quote here, well, a couple quotes. I covered over the pinks and the blues, just with more Halloween themed things. I've got my birthdays and anniversaries there. And then my month at a glance. Washi tape is always great to block off a section of time. I've got the pumpkin on the Halloween. Added some strips of DSP, did some stamping, even put some little black rhinestones in there. And then here, again, we had a late start in the month. So I added a little cat there. And then pretty simple. Very few pictures this week. And again, not very many pictures this week either, but lots of stuff going on. And then some more pumpkins, and here you can see I've created a clip using one of the cats from the DSP. And then here, this will be next week. So it's retreat weekend next week, so I kind of did that. That's kind of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. It's nice to get away for the weekend. And then I've gone ahead and set up my month of November. So for the month of November, I live in Canada, so we will likely have snow on the ground because we usually do in November. But I am not ready for snowflakes. I do not want to use snowflakes, and I don't want to decorate Christmas because that will be for the month of December. So I chose to use leaves. So you can see here, just stamped some leaves. This is from the Vintage Leaves stamp set. I mean, it's so simple, but it just adds so much to your planner. And then back here, so I've got some of my goals for the month. I may still add some to that. Birthdays are here, and then I'm using these squares as trackers. So basically, again, I've challenged myself to 15 layouts for the month of November. As I complete each one, I will either stamp inside or color them in to keep track. And same with a workout tracker, so for the crowns. And both of these images are from the Tabs for Everything stamp set. It's such a great stamp set that works well with this planner. It's meant to go with it. And then I've got a Bible verse up here for the month. Okay, and then let's see here. Okay, so one thing that I really like to do is I like more of a separation between my days than just the faint little blue lines. So I love using our thin washi tape. And throughout the month, I've used a combination of the yellow and the green, both from the same washi tape collection. So I've done that, and I've added some washi tape up here as well. And then I've done a thin pencil line down there. And the reason why I like doing it in pencil, you could do it in washi tape, you could do it in pen, you can do it however you want. But sometimes I choose to erase that line because I either add photos or I do some lettering over top or whatever. So sometimes I like to erase that line. So I just like having that as a guide, but that it's not permanent. And then this month, instead of doing a page clip or a planner clip, what I did was I took the word today, which is one of the gold foil stickers. I added it to a strip of white DSP. I think it measures 2¼ inches. And then I just kind of cut around the top of it and then stamped some leaves and then added some lettering on there. So it says, "Make today so awesome, yesterday gets jealous." And this will move with me week after week. So it'll just remind me to make the best of the current day. And then I stamped the back as well. I may go back and add something in there, or I might just leave it blank, but it looks pretty on both sides. Okay, and then, yeah, I'll just do a quick flip through. So I don't add, when I set up my month, I don't add anything into the weeks until I get to that week. So for example, I set up my month so I know what's going on. But then if I know that anything needs to happen on this week, I will jot it down on one of my Post-it notes, which I've used here to cover over birthdays, but they are normally right here. And then when I go down to, on the Sunday evening, when I go to fill in this week, then that's when I will transfer all that information over. Okay, so that's a process that works for me. So you can see that I've gone ahead and stamped everything, so the month is fully decorated and ready to go. And that saves a ton of time rather than having to pull everything out and decorate it each week. I like just keeping it consistent all the way through the month, and it's ready to go. And then my back page for this month, I am using to keep track of my business expenses here, and then a spending log for everything else here. So this is the first time I'm trying that, so I'm going to give that a shot here. And then my month of December is just blank, and it's ready to go at the end of November when I go to decorate it. At the back of my planner, I keep the extra pages with a few post-it notes or sticky notes. The pockets, one of the pockets has some alphabet sets in there, or alphabet stickers in there. I really like using stickers, especially when I'm on the go. It's much easier than stamping. And then the stickers that come with the kit as well. All right, so that's kind of a quick flip through of what my planner looks like as of right now. The other thing that I've added probably since the last time I filmed a video is I added another charm. So this one was created using one of our embellishments from a few years ago, and then I used some beads to string them on there. And it matches wonderfully. I love the blues. So I just have that hanging there, and then for it to lay flat, I just flip it up and it lays nicely. Okay, now I mentioned storing the extra pages because, like I said, I've been using this since May. So one of our 6x8 albums, these are perfect for storing. The rings match up. And so you can see that I've got May through July in here, and then I've got my January through April in here as well. So I wanted to show you when you have something that starts late in the month. So for example, the month of June started, I think it was on a Thursday, and I think I may have shared this. Let me just make sure that you guys can see this. I know I've shared pictures of this on my blog, but I don't know if I've shared it in a video. So I actually just scrapbooked that page. So I did that for the month of June, and then I also did it for the month of July because it starts late in July as well. So I did it here. So Saturday was the first, and so whenever we have big events, I often take more pictures. I mean, most people do. So we went down to the farm, the family farm, and my son, who was 13 at the time, he drove for the first time. So that was a pretty big deal for him. So I decided to do like a little 2-page spread in here. Because this really is a memory planner. I like to include a lot of photos and stuff. Okay, so I wanted to show you, if you got lots of empty space, then that's a great thing that you can do as well. All right, so I think that's it. If you'd like to follow my blog at stamptreasures.com, I am always posting, I occasionally post pictures of my planner pages, or you can follow me on Instagram at Sherry Stamps. And yeah, all right, so thanks for watching.